Wait, that's actually crazy. Y'all are out here making fan cams over this man? Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ariana Jasmine. Today, we're going to be talking about the suspected CEO assassin. Everything about this lore, story, whatever you want to call it, is super interesting, and it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. So we're going to talk about it. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment for more videos like this, and let's get into it. So this is the suspected shooter. His name is Luigi, and he's jacked. He just so happens to be able to pass as a Calvin Klein model. Yeah, so his shirtless pictures have been going around everywhere. Obviously you guys can assume what the memes are saying, but his lore is even more interesting. I mean, I don't even know if I would call it lore. Hold on. So he's 26 years old and he was arrested in rural Pennsylvania. He had a gun on him, he had fake ID, and he was chilling in a McDonald's. It turns out a McDonald's employee snitched on him. Obviously the memes are going crazy. They're like a true Italian, Luigi how do you say his last name, by the way? Is it Mangione? I have no clue. Like a true Italian, Luigi's fatal error as an assassin was giving himself away by stopping to flirt with a cashier at the cafe before going to work. So I don't know though, these two pictures, they look a little different to me, but then again, they could just be different angles. I don't want to be conspiracy nut here, but you know, who knows? So what do we know about Luigi? This was his Twitter. I actually followed his Twitter, but I don't know if it's still up or not. But this picture was in his header, and a lot of people are assuming that the reason why this picture, like the reason why he may have assassinated the CEO was because he had to deal with some sort of an injury that involved back pain. So we don't really know, but he has a master's and a bachelor's in computer science from UPenn. And it seems like he grew up a very privileged life. He went to a private school, like a private high school. Then he went to UPenn. He was pretty smart. He liked to read books a lot. He also often reposted about anxiety. So this is one tweet he made about anxiety. This is another one. Because he was also the valedictorian in high school. And once again, he went to a private high school that was pretty expensive. So this is his valedictorian speech. It's about 8 minutes. But basically, he graduated in 2016. Once again, he's 26 years old, which makes sense. It lines up. But to the person who said in the chat he read a Hitler book, this man read more than almost 295 books because he had a whole page that listed all of the books that he read. So I wouldn't be surprised if he read a lot of different books. Also, from the books he read, there are an array of different political viewpoints. So it's not like they were leftist or right-wing or centrist. He read all different kinds of books. I wouldn't really read into the books that he read necessarily in trying to pinpoint what kind of political spectrum he landed on. This was his Facebook account. So his friends that went to high school with him, they basically said that he had a back surgery that changed everything for him, and he went absolutely crazy after that surgery. Now, this is all alleged from his friends. We can only assume that this is what happened. But he also read books about, you know, the back pain industry and just like generally dealing with back pain, which was interesting in my opinion. And like I said, he read 295 books listed on Goodreads. He holds a master's in computer science, and he was the, you know, the valedictorian. But he also, his contributions were with machine learnings and robotics as evidence with projects on GitHub. So he worked a lot with robotics and just machine learning in general. This was a really smart kid. I mean, he is a smart kid, right? He's only the suspect. We don't know if he actually did it, but he definitely was not stupid in any sense. Like, I don't think he was a stupid person. I think he fully understood what he was doing. So this was his review of the Unabomber book. Clearly written by the mathematics prodigy, reads like a series of lemmas on the question of 21st century quality of life. It's easy to quickly and thoughtless write this off as the manifesto of a lunatic in order to avoid facing some of the uncomfortable problems it identifies, but it's simply impossible to ignore how prescient, damn, he used some big words, many of these predictions about modern society turned out. He was a violent individual, rightfully imprisoned, who maimed innocent people. While these actions tend to be characterized as those of a crazy lunatic or whatever, however, they are more accurately seen as those of an extreme political revolutionary. A take I found online that I think is interesting. Had the balls to recognize the peaceful protest has gotten us absolutely nowhere. And at the end of the day, he's probably right. Oil barons haven't listened to any environmentalists, but they feared him. When all other forms of communication fail, violence is necessary to survive. Then he went on to say, they have zero qualms about burning down the planet for a buck, so why should we have any qualms about burning them down to survive? Violence never solved anything, in a statement uttered by cowards and predators. So it's clear that he thought if you want to, bring about change, you have to do something, I guess, violent, or like within the violent spectrum. I actually, it's interesting. I had this exact conversation with my friend, and my friend was like, she was telling me, she was like, I don't know how people can celebrate the cold-blooded murder of the CEO. And the argument that she was making was, I don't understand why we can't achieve these changes peacefully, right? Like, why can't we all organize and peacefully change what's happening? First of all, and this is everything I told her too, American history has been a very violent history. So the illegal occupation of this land, the slaughter of indigenous people, bringing in slaves and forcing slaves to build a lot of the foundations of this country physically. The civil rights movement was not a peaceful kumbaya kind of thing. History books try to rewrite MLK and the civil rights movement, but many parts of the civil rights movement was rightfully violent and rightfully caused a lot of chaos because what was happening was very unjust. But then when you look at a broader spectrum of just history, human history in general, you look at the French Revolution, you look at human history, it's very violent. Whenever any kind of change or any kind of coup or anything like that happened, it was solely based on violence. Change is almost rarely brought about if you're entirely peaceful. And I understand that a lot of history books try to make it seem like all of civil rights was MLK and the March, but that's not what it really was. I mean, America was not even founded off of peace. Like, how do you expect a country that was founded off of the genocide and murder of its indigenous people to freaking bring about change with peace? Like, that's not even a part of the core American history or what America has been about. And so, this whole argument of, let's fucking kumbaya and vote it out. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Now, what I'm not telling you to go out and grab a freaking silencer and, shoot up the next CEO. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm implying. But what I'm implying is that if you read this and your first thought is, oh, everyone's so violent now, you're actually fucking wrong, because all of human history has been violent. All of human history. So he was found with a gun. So this was the gun he was found with, allegedly, and this was the fake ID that he was found with in the McDonald's as well. It says his name is Mark Rosario, and that's obviously not true. And then also, people have been leaving these terrible reviews for the McDonald's that ratted him out too. I don't know. This whole thing is crazy. They're also saying that his disdain to... So, okay, there's two different things people are saying, right? They're saying that, number one, his disdain for the healthcare system may have came out from his relatives who died, because his grandmother died in 2013 and his grandfather died in 2017. But then other people are saying that his distress from the healthcare system comes from this injuries that he personally had with his back. But these are all speculations. Like, we don't know anything yet. So another thing that's interesting, apparently, so it seems like he kind of disappeared off of the face of Earth, and a lot of people were trying to get into contact with him, and no one could get into contact with him because people found a series of tweets of people trying to tweet him and get him to respond to him, but no one was. Turns out a mutual of mine went to high school with Luigi and was on the wrestling team with him, says he was the class valedictorian. He had back surgery a few months ago and went missing. No one has heard from him since. So this is everyone kind of adding him, hey, are you okay? Nobody has heard from you in months. Apparently your family is looking for you, thinking of you in prayers every day in your name. Know you are missed and loved. Hey man, I need you to call me. I don't know if you are okay or just in a super isolated place and you have no service, but I haven't heard from you in months. You made commitments to me for my wedding, and if you can't honor them, I need to know so I can plan accordingly. So I don't know. It could be all from the same person. I'm not sure. Maybe he was ghosting one person. I have no clue. Here's a trove of tweets from the alleged CEO shooter before his account gets nuked. I'm not sure I can pin down where he sits on the political spectrum. He's all over the place, which isn't necessarily bad. It's just not common. He also seems to have abruptly stopped posting in March March of 2023, only to begin again in January 2024. There's been no action on his account for at least several months. At one point, he mentions a book that he says is extremely important to read, but the tweet he reposts has since been deleted. I'm sure Wayback Machine can fix it. So it's sad that the question of are men important can't be answered with a simple yes. I don't know. Maybe he started reading way too many books and he fell into like a rabbit hole. Because some people do that. Some people do end up going into these like crazy rabbit holes. What are these books about? Let's see. At Last Shrugged, American Prometheus, The Triumph and Tragedy of J. Robert Oppenheimer. Oh, interesting. A book on Oppenheimer. Infinite Jest, The Great Conversation. What is At Last Shrugged about? Oh, it's a garbage libertarian book. Interesting. At Last Shrugged by Ayn Rand is a novel about a dystopian United States where the economy is in decline and the government is overbearing. Oh, interesting. I'm assuming the libertarian part comes in the government is overbearing. The story follows the efforts of Dagny Taggart, the vice president of Taggart Transcontinental, to keep her railroad running while also dealing with the collapse of the economy and her brother's incompetence. Libertarian trash. Interesting. Wow, y'all are some haters. The internet after learning about Luigi. No, don't get caught by the police. You're so sexy. Ah, why is that so funny? Luigi to Brian Thompson. Yo, mama, your last ammonia. Oh my god, you guys are insane. Me liking Luigi's thirst tweets. Jesus. Mama, I'm in love with a criminal. And this type of love isn't rational. It's physical. Mama, please don't cry. I will be. That's crazy. Wait, that's actually crazy. Y'all are out here making fan cams over this man? I guess this is his mugshot. I just know bitches are gonna be making fan cams of this man. I just feel it in my blood. But he also was found with a handwritten manifesto, and in it said, I do apologize for the strife or trauma, but it had to be done. These parasites had it coming. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are saying it's not him. There's no way it's him. But like, they found him with a fake ID. They found him with a gun. They found him with his manifesto, but they still haven't charged him. So who knows? Damn, this is him. Yeah, the ID they found of him was the one he used at the hostel too, so. Me and the girls distracting the guard so Luigi can escape. Oh my god. But I mean, look at it. These eyebrows are his. Like, that's definitely his eyes and eyebrows for sure. Finally found a girl that you couldn't impress. Last man on the earth still couldn't get this. You're delusional, boy, you're losing your mind. It's confusing. Finally found a girl that you couldn't. I'm sorry, this is so should not be laughing at that. I'm not saying he's an ugly dude, but I feel like anyone who's simping for him online is probably gonna lose their job. I'm just saying, like, we've all seen the pictures, we're all thinking the same things. Like, come on, babe, let's be a little bit smart about it, though. Like, the fam cams, I mean, if you have, like, a meme account, sure, without your name on it, but... Damn, the first comment is raw. Next question. America's sweetheart. Not them calling him America's sweetheart. That's crazy. Damn, y'all, they charged him with 5 separate crimes. Damn, he just got charged. Shit. Wait, so apparently they caught him up on 5 separate charges, including 1 felony count of forgery and 1 felony count of carrying a firearm without a license. Charged with 5 counts according to criminal, charged with felony count of forgery, 1 count of carrying a gun without a license, a misdemeanor count of tampering with records and identification, 1 misdemeanor count of possession of instruments of a crime, and 1 misdemeanor count of false identification. Yeah, but these charges don't include murder. Oh, he's having his preliminary arraignment tonight. Damn, y'all. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have thought he was gonna be in Moscow, Russia, or something like that. I didn't think he would stay in the U.S. The suspect is the grandson of Nicholas Mangione, a prominent Baltimore real estate developer, and his wife, a philanthropist who died last year. The Mangione family owns the Lorien Health Systems, a nursing home chain in Maryland, and Luigi volunteered there in 2014. I really want to know what happened. enough to make him want to do that. Like, I understand he was anti-capitalist, and I understand something United Healthcare did probably pissed him off, but I want to know exactly what led him to doing that. You know what I mean? Okay, so a multi-page handwritten document was also recovered from the suspect when he was arrested, according to Kenny. It seemed that the man has some ill will towards corporate America, Kenny said. In the document, the suspect rails against the healthcare industry and suggests that violence is the answer. A police official who has seen the document told CNN. The quotes in the document include, oh yeah, we already read this. These parasites had it coming. I do apologize for the strife and trauma, but it had to be done. You know what's crazy? If this McDonald's employee would have never snitched, they wouldn't have been able to find him, more than likely. You want to know what's fucking crazy about that? I can bet you $10 that McDonald's employee didn't even have accurate health insurance or adequate health insurance. I hope the $50,000 was worth it, babe. These dudes' reward was only $50K, and even his wife wasn't willing to pay a penny for his answer. No, seriously. You know what's crazy? The health insurance that Brian Thompson, the CEO, worked out didn't put out a reward to find him. His own wife didn't put out a reward to find him. The FBI put out a $50,000 reward, and this McDonald's employee took the bait. And you want me to believe that a McDonald's employee has adequate health insurance? Yeah, okay. I really want to read his manifesto. Like, I really want to read his manifesto. I want to see what he wrote in his manifesto.
Is he being held in a county or state facility?
He will likely be taken to a state correctional institution later this evening.
I would say specifically for Pennsylvania law enforcement, over the past few months, you've had attempted assassination of a former president, now President-elect. Now you've had this. What do you think about that?
Violence can never be used to address political differences or to address a substantive difference.
This man was
or to try
literally
and
an
prove
IDF soldier.
some ideological point.
You were an
That
IDF
is not
soldier.
what we do in a civilized society. That was true in Butler. It was true in New York City. And it's true anywhere.
Bro, watch the jury let him go. Watch the fucking jury let him go. Just watch. I would be surprised if a jury indicts that man. I'm gonna just be real with you. Here's the thing. I'm not going to listen to jack shit an IDF soldier has to say. I mean, so many Palestinians have been getting murdered in cold blood. This jackass didn't have shit to say. Literally shut the fuck up. You were literally a part of a genocide crew. Just please shut the fuck up and keep it moving. Do not lecture me about what morality is. For the love of God. Literally, the last person I want to lecture from about morality is an ex-IDF soldier. A person that went and voluntarily joined the IDF. It wasn't even like he had to or it was mandatory. He voluntarily took his crusty, dusty ass to Israel and decided to volunteer as an IDF soldier. So you think I want to sit here and listen to your dusty ass talk about what the real morality is here? Shut the fuck up and keep it moving. No IDF soldier is gonna talk shit to me about fucking civilization. Christ, man, I don't understand why some of these politicians really like, babe, the reason why we don't have health insurance is because pieces of shit like you get thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from these health insurance companies, and then y'all lobby against us getting health care, and then you want to lecture us about what's moral or not. Give us the fucking news and then keep it moving. It's that simple. Oh my God. How much you want to bet like 12 girls have put this as their screensaver? All right, guys, I think we've really talked about Luigi here a lot. All right, thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. My name is Ariana Jasmine. For more news updates like this, please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. We are so close to getting 10,000 subscribers. We're literally less than 1,000 subscribers, so please make my dreams come true. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.